Welcome back. We're live out here at Oakey Blanchard, the biggest rivalry game in the state of Wyoming, and something a bit different this year. Usually red and blue, but this time red and black. If you see to my left over here, the Central Indians fans donning their bright red, and the East T-Birds doing something different this year. They are calling it the T-Bird Blackout, wearing all black, hoping something will snap this current losing streak that they are on. A quick game recap. Central driving right down the field to open things up. Senior Mike Davis with the touchdown gave them a 7-0 lead. East responds. Jeremy Woods touchdown. We were tied at 7, and then Mike Davis, the senior, broke off another 55-yard touchdown run, and then sophomore quarterback Trevin Hinker and Jeremy Woods connecting for the game-tying touchdown. It's 14 all right now, around 4 minutes left in the second quarter, and both number 25s for both teams scoring the only touchdowns of the game. A little brief history on both of the teams. Central 4-0. They've outscored opponents by over 100 points in their first 4 games. They've got 2 shutouts, and a win tonight here virtually secures them a spot in the state playoffs. Looking at East, they played well at times. I talked to Coach Chad Goff over this week, and he said if they can just string together a good game, then maybe they'd have a chance to pull the upset. A brief history on this rivalry for those of you that are into that kind of thing. 5-5 in the regular season over the last 10 years. Both teams have state championships. Central's coming in 2005, East's coming in 2007. We will have more on the game tonight at 10, including thoughts from both sides of the team. We'll have post-game reactions, all the highlights you can handle. But also today in the capital city, some golf. After the first round of the 4A state golf tournament right here in Cheyenne, Evanston leads by a whopping 19 shots over Sheridan. Central sits in 4th place with Cheyenne East lurking in 5th. On the girls' side, Emily Woodard of Central leads the Lady Indians to the top of the pack. Central leads Gillette by 20 strokes, with East sitting in 4th. Your individual top scorers include a trio of Evanston Red Devils. Central standout Kyle Fanning shoots a 72, and Laramie's Christian Runberg is one of the 2 players in 6th place after he fires a 76. Keaton Ross is right behind Woodard for the Lady Indians, and Kelly Cordell leads the T-Birds with an 85. Again, the score 14-14, 2:56 left in the first half. Of course, we'll have a recap of the entire game. Also, Laramie Plainsmen playing at home tonight against the Evanston Red Devils. We'll have highlights of their games. Colorado Rockies 3.5 up on the Braves, 4 up on the Giants. They are playing the St. Louis Cardinals 3-game series with them. And Bob and Catherine, a close game. Central obviously the favorites, but it's a rivalry game and anything can happen. Reporting live from Oakey Blanchard, Joe Leadingham, CBS News Channel 5. Good morning, everyone. I am Joe Leadingham. Here's what's happening in sports. Rivalry games have everything a sports enthusiast could ask for. The bitter hatred among 2 teams, a severe underdog, and the chance to salvage a season that has gone completely astray. At this year's East and Central football game, more drama added to an already heated matchup as the battle between blue and red is now a family affair.
You know, me and him always played on the same teams, and YMCA we played on the same. Out camping, we always play on the same team, so it's going to be pretty fun to go against him.
He is Jordan Williams, a junior wide receiver at East High School and first cousin of Central senior defensive end Hayden Jones.
It's his last year. He thinks they're going to win state this year. They have a good team, so I don't know, it should be a good game.
After being teammates since childhood, for the first and final time, they will get the chance to settle their family dispute once and for all.
Since my freshman year, we've been taking little bets on who's going to be good in what years and all that kind of thing.
He's talked over the couple of years, but I don't know, we'll show him.
This game not only being fought on the field, but the entire family with a vested interest in the outcome.
You always got my parents on my side, his parents on his, and then our few aunts, each telling us they're on our side.
We'd have a lot of bragging rights. Just uncles just talk a lot, and they always think they're better.
With the whole family involved and both schools behind them, this is a game that both will remember for years to come.
If we go out there and we do our best and we end up winning, might be nice to talk to him a little.
It's always been a big rivalry in my family, and my aunts and uncles always talked a lot, and so has my cousin, so it'd mean a lot.
The game of the season, East against Central, kicking off later tonight at Oakey Blanchard. An early start time for this one, 5 o'clock, so get there ahead of time for what should be a very packed house. Devin Moore and Wynell Sullivan, or Thunder and Lightning as you may know them, 2 elements you heard storming through the Cowboy backfield, march their way into the Wyoming record books as the #1 in 3 rushers of all time. This year, both are gone, and now the job falls squarely upon the shoulders of junior running back Darius Terry.
sitting behind these guys for the past 3 years, you know, and I've learned a lot.
A man who has yet to be named by the Wyoming faithful.
I don't want any nicknames. I don't want none of that. I just want to just do me. I don't need any forecast. I'm just Darius.
The question is, will Darius be enough? Last season, both Moore and Selden combined for nearly 2,000 rushing yards and accounted for 9 of the team's 17 offensive touchdowns.
It's some big shoes to fill, you know, with, like you said, taking over for 2 of the best that ever did it in the state of Wyoming.
With Wynell bringing the Thunder and Moore the Lightning, Terry hopes he can be something else.
I consider myself more of a power back. I mean, I'm not the fastest guy on the field, but I got pretty good speed, I like to say. Well, I like to think I got pretty good speed.
With 2 years left in a brown and gold uniform, he may not touch their rushing records.
If we got to throw the ball 100 times for us to win, I'm willing to do whatever.
But Darius has the chance to do something that both of Wyoming's Golden Boys could not: secure a postseason berth in a bowl game.
If I have to run down on kickoff or kick return, I'll do whatever is best for the team, you know, because at the end of the day, stats are good, but if you're, like last year, if you're going 4-8 and you're home in December, that doesn't even matter.